The US dollar is the dominant currency around the world. It's the global reserve currency. Now, a lot of people are saying that the dollar is at risk of losing that status and losing that privilege. If the dollar were no longer the global reserve currency, that would be extremely bad news for everyday Americans, especially for low-income and middle-income Americans. Inflation would shoot up, interest rates would skyrocket, the dollar would weaken, and the price of imports would soar. The US economy would essentially be in turmoil, and Americans would have a lower standard of living. Now, let me tell you the likelihood of this happening, and if so, when is this going to happen? So I'll be the first to admit that America is screwed up, but it's less screwed up than other countries. If our government screws up and hurts our economy and our currency, as long as we're screwing up less than the other countries, then we're going to remain the global reserve currency. That's just the way it is. It's like saying, how do you outrun a lion? By running faster than the other guy. So we just got to screw up less than other countries. So yes, America has problems, but other countries are worse. It's nothing to be proud of, but that is the situation. So what is it going to take for the US dollar to lose its reserve currency status? Well, it could be a slow death from bad decisions from the federal government and the Federal Reserve. Or it could be relatively fast or sudden from hyperinflation, from spiraling inflation and high debts, a massive war, or an economic disaster. Ultimately, the US dollar, it's going to be dethroned when confidence is lost in the US dollar. That's essentially what it boils down to. So maybe that's going to happen in 100 years, maybe 30 years, or sooner. The British pound, it was the global reserve currency for 200 years. It's been about 80 years for the US dollar.